Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's August 13th, 2018. And yesterday I was down at Times Square, obviously, with the crew, trying to spread the truth. They had a lot of things with them, and I think they did a terrific job. I assisted. I had to go down there. We spoke about a lot of things with people, and it was funny to get their, well, not funny, but it just was interesting to get their reaction of the obvious, because that's all you can show people when they come up to you, when you have billboards and cards, and you know, you got people talking about flat earth, and you've got to start from the beginning, where you started, where I started. The problem is some people just don't want to get it, which doesn't make any sense at all to me, and why they wouldn't want to know about this. You can throw so many things at them and they still just don't get it. So I tried to put myself into their position, you know, when I was just finding out about this, and I was able to accept it and understand it by doing my own investigation and working with myself on this, because I had nobody around me to show me anything. I had to rely on others to show me truths. And I also didn't have anybody to talk to. So it was me on my own doing this. And here I am. I just got so frustrated that I had to tell everybody about it. It's too bad YouTube doesn't get out to more people. But I don't have any other social networking. I refuse to sign up for any of those freaking things. It's enough with, I mean, because YouTube is Google. And, you know, whatever. You know my feelings about that. We spoke about a lot of things to people. And it was really, you know, again, interesting to see their reaction to it when, you know, you tell somebody that the moon has its own, it projects cold, okay? And it's easy to prove. Just go out on a moonlit night, preferably a full moon, just like you would do with the sun to get the heat signature of the sun. You know, what's the temperature of, you know, in the shade by a tree, and then what's the temperature with the moon lit on the ground? You'll see there's like a 4 or 5 degree difference. You know, the moon is supposedly reflecting the sun. Okay, it should be warm. It should not be cold. That's an obvious thing. It's on YouTube. You can take a look at the video. You know, will people bother looking at it? No, they won't. You know, because they think it's fake. You know, well then go out and prove it. The instrument that it's using is $19. You can get it at Home Depot. You know, it's right there. Easy. I'll do it, and I'll put it on my YouTube channel. I mean, fuck it. I don't care. I mean, you know, it's ridiculous that they can't even just see that. You know, let's talk about the shadow, the eclipse that we just had. All right. Well, not just had, but you know, about a year ago, the solar eclipse. I mean, the shadow is 70 miles. Explain to me how it's only 70 miles large and going across the U.S. It's impossible. It should be huge. The shadow should be gigantic. The further away you go from a light source that's projecting your shadow, the bigger your shadow gets. That doesn't wake up anybody at all, then I don't know what is. You know, we spoke about the horizon. You know, look at the horizon. You don't even need any high-powered P900 or P1000. All you got to do is just get a pair of binoculars, for Christ's sake. You know, 10 times 40, whatever the binoculars are, something around there, and you can see these things pop right back up. Oh, but yet the curve is much bigger than the curve is not much bigger than you think. There is a mathematical computation right there on the internet that you can look at, and you can see how far away it should be and when it should be disappearing. It doesn't disappear. It stays there, and it just continues on and on and on until you look at this mirage and it flips the thing over because the atmosphere is so goddamn thick. That's why you can't see from one continent to the other. You know? We spoke about the firmament. We spoke about stars. You know, how none of these pictures from NASA are real. They're all drawings. They're all CGI. You know, all of them are. I mean, there's just so many proofs out there, and so obvious for the naked eye to see. You know, but people just don't want to wake up to the fact that we live on a flat plane here, that we're covered with a dome, firmament, or something up there. You know, NASA has every single picture is bullshit. None of it's true. The stars are not the stars what you think they are. They're light sources. It's an amazing light show up there. That's all it is. The planets are false. None of them are real. A simple camera will be able to show you that. They don't look anything like any of the pictures that NASA puts out there. All of them. They can't even get the fucking continents right, for Christ's sake. You know, we explained that. We had pictures of all the continents and all the pictures back from 1975. The very first one that they got of the blue marble, whatever the fuck they call it. You know? You can see, first off, they're different colors on every single one of them. It's like, oh, well, that's the camera. They're using a different camera. All right, that's fine. You know, you can think that. What about the different sizes? I mean, what is the true size of our continent, of America? You know, I don't know. We think it's 3,000 miles. We're not sure, you know, across from New York to California. You know, who knows? We spoke about the flight tracker. All these planes disappear. They're gone. All you do, you can show somebody right on your freaking smartphone. You know, remember the technology they're equipping us with. These smartphones are computers. You can go on there and show anybody anything with them. You know, provided, you know, you have service and you're around one of these, cellular cell phone antennas. But yeah, I mean, these are all things you can show people right there on the spot because everybody's got a smartphone and everybody's online. And they're all being tracked too, by the way. That's a whole other issue, but I didn't want to get into that with people because that's getting deep, okay? We just need to scratch the surface when you're doing things like that. You know, Times Square is a good start because you got no locals are going to be at Times Square, okay? Nobody who lives in NYC goes to Times Square. It's all people who are on vacation, and it's a tourist trap, basically. You know, I even saw I haven't seen him in a long time. I was surprised. The Naked Cowboy. I don't know if you know who he is. It's this guy who walks around with underwear and plays his guitar. He was there. You know, you had Elmo. You had all the Star Wars shit. Donald Trump, you know, fake, you know, looking like Donald Trump was there. It's a tourist trap. That's all it is. It's not my favorite of places to be, but it's a good start in New York City because no one's going to bother you there. You know, the cops were fine. They didn't bother us at all. We're just putting out a fact because we legally can do this. You legally can do this. You have the right. It's in the Constitution. Okay? It's right there. It's written in the Bill of Rights, I mean. It's right there. It's written there. You are allowed to do this. There's ways of sneaking around and carrying the sign instead of having it, you know, on the... Anyway, well, these are all things you can look up. You can do this anywhere. And... you know, it's just something that sells itself. All you got to do is just put a board up or whatever, get a sign, and you'll have people. And they'll come up to you, and they'll ask, all right? And you're going to have people that are completely off the wall who just don't get it and never will. So, you know, you give them a card and let them continue and maybe explain a few things to them. But that's all you can do. You know, all in all, I think it was terrific. Hoping to do this more often. I don't have the means to travel around the country, so, you know, anything like this in New York or whatever, I can pop in there and, you know, assist, shall we say. Anyway, I was hoping to get some more footage. I'm going to link one of the guys' website because he was the one with the camera, and once he gets that uploaded, I'll link it onto this. But for now, I just wanted to put this video out there and just let everybody know, you know, just get yourself out there, start talking to people. and get them aware of what's around them. That, you know, this is not the world they think they're living in at all. And if they still haven't woken up, there's really not much you can do. You know, you just gotta play it by ear and talk to people. That's all you can do, guys. All right, I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos, and I thank you for letting me be a part of your life.